The interesting facts about Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus was a carnivorous dinosaur that lived during the Middle Cretaceous period, about 93 to 100 million years ago, in what is now Egypt, Morocco, and the Republic of Niger. Its name means spine lizard due to its large, flat back spines, and it is classified as a Spinosaurid, which is a type of large, meat-eating dinosaur.
As far as we know, it was one of the largest carnivorous dinosaurs besides Giganotosaurus and T-Rex. According to Wikipedia, it is about 15 to 16 meters long and weighs 6.4 to 7.5 tons. Here is a list of interesting facts about Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus had a large skull made of long spines that were covered with skin. On average, this skull was as high as 7 feet, and when Spinosaurus at its back, the skull would rise up. Most paleontologists believe Spinosaurus' skulls was used to seduce the opposite sex, frighten other males, and control its body temperature. Spinosaurus had a mouth similar to a crocodile's, and it had straight teeth like knives, which was different from other carnivorous dinosaurs that had curved teeth. These knife-like teeth could spear slippery prey, such as fish. However, it is believed Spinosaurus also ate smaller dinosaurs, and sometimes was a scavenger, meaning it would eat dead dinosaurs it found, which is what T-Rex did. Spinosaurus had a head almost 6 feet long with a narrow snout and straight teeth, and it had scaly skin that covered its neck. Spinosaurus is also considered to be an advanced theropod, with a fairly high intelligence, which is measured by its brain size to body weight. Spinosaurus was bipedal, which means it walked on 2 legs and it was very fast. Its arms were smaller than its legs. Spinosaurus may have been able to swim. Paleontologists from University of Pennsylvania have found evidence that leads them to believe that the Bahariya Oasis in Egypt, where the first Spinosaur fossils were found, used to be a mangrove swamp similar to today's Florida Everglades. Spinosaurus was big. Just how big exactly? That's difficult to ascertain since, to date, no complete skeletons have been unearthed. Some estimate that a large adult could be almost 50 feet long, but the general consensus holds that a maximum length nearer to 41 to 43 feet is far more likely. Spinosaurus had plenty of menu options. Like an overgrown heron, Spinosaurus is generally thought to have snagged fishy treats from the North African mangroves it stalked some 97 million years ago. Having a mouth full of round crocodile-like teeth certainly would have helped, but a 2013 paper argues that its diet would have allowed for a lot more variety. Since the animal's jaws were imperfectly designed for grappling with fish, Spinosaurus probably sought out other entries as well. Spinosaurus had some really big competition. No one knows exactly why Spinosaurus had that trademark skull on its back. However, with flesh-eating neighbors like the 26-foot Datrodromeus and the T-Rex-sized Carcharodontosaurus sharing its habitat, this apparatus might have helped Spinosaurus scare off rival killers by making the creatures look bigger or more intimidating than it actually was. The best Spinosaurus fossils ever found were destroyed in World War II. In 1944, the most complete collection of Spinosaurus remains science has so far unearthed were obliterately by the British Royal Air Force. 32 years earlier, they'd been sent to German paleontologist Ernst Freiherr Stromer von Revenbeck, who resided in Munich. Unfortunately, Stromer's outspoken anti-Nazi sentiments doomed the fossils he cherished. In an act of retribution, third-rate officials refused to let him move his collection to safer ground during the Second World War, and the museum that housed them was later bombed amidst a Royal Air Force raid. Named Spinosaurus means spine lizard. It refers to the prominent long neural spines on the back of this dinosaur. Spinosaurus lived side by side with 40 feet long, 8 tons heavy Sarcosuchus prehistoric crocodile. The chance to meet each other in the shared habitats was high, but clear picture of how they behaved during the encounter remains a mystery. The Spinosaurus diet usually consists of meat and fish. This means it was a piscivorous, fish-eating, and carnivorous, meat-eating dinosaur. The Spinosaurus usually ate fish from the water where they would hunt for prey. A tasty meal for a Spinosaurus might have been a giant shark, lungfish, or sawfish. The Spinosaurus would also scavenge for food on land like the Tyrannosaurus rex and would eat the remains of other dinosaurs who had already died. The Spinosaurus never came into contact with humans and had completely died out by the time humans had evolved. The Spinosaurus lived in large bodies of water which reached across the whole of the North African coast. These included lakes and swamps. These areas of water have since dried up. Spinosaurus teeth have also been found in recent years. Spinosaurus teeth have been discovered in Tunisia, which is also in North Africa. The Spinosaurus was one of the dominant predators in its habitat, alongside the Carcharodontosaurus, which was another meat-eating dinosaur that lived during the Cretaceous period. The Spinosaurus was a type of dinosaur called a theropod. Theropods usually had three-toed arms and legs and were often carnivorous dinosaurs, like the Spinosaurus. Theropods were a very diverse group and also included Tyrannosaurus rex and the Microraptor. Theropods usually had very good vision. The Spinosaurus was included in the movie Jurassic Park 3, which came out in 2001. The Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park was a scary villain in the film, and it's shown winning in a fight against Tyrannosaurus rex. In reality, the two dinosaurs lived millions of years apart, and so would not have had the chance to fight. The Tyrannosaurus rex evolved much later than the Spinosaurus and lived about 65 million years ago, 30 million years later than the Spinosaurus. It has been estimated that the Spinosaurus could run at speeds of up to 15 miles per hour. This is extremely quick for such a big dinosaur. The Spinosaurus has been pictured on the stamp of many countries. This includes African countries such as Tunisia, Angola, Liberia, and Gambia, as well as Guyana, which is in South America. Spinosaurus had ties to both land and water. Evidence from chemical signatures in isolated fossil teeth to the structure of its jaw implies that Spinosaurus often ate fish and other straw-like snacks. At the same time, some fossil records suggest that Spinosaurus had no issue gobbling up land-dwelling dinosaurs and even winged pterosaurs. In addition, dinosaur young inside eggs would have drowned if submerged, which means that at a minimum Spinosaurus would have come up onto land to lay its eggs. Its closest relatives were Suchomimus and Irritator. Suchomimus crocodile mimic and Irritator both resembled a vastly scaled-down Spinosaurus. In particular, the long, narrow crocodile-like shape of these theropods' jaws hints that they inhabited similar fish-eating niches in their local ecosystem. The first dinosaur Suchomimus in Africa and the second Irritator in South America. Whether they were also active swimmers remains unknown. Spinosaurus' snout was studded with various kinds of teeth. Further complicating our picture of the semi-aquatic crocodile-like Spinosaurus is the fact that this dinosaur had a complicated assortment of teeth, with giant canines jutting out of its front upper jaw, a few bigger ones set further back in the snout, and a variety of straight, conical, grinding teeth in between. Most likely, this was a reflection of Spinosaurus' varied diet, which included not only fish, but occasional servings of birds, mammals, and possibly even other dinosaurs. Spinosaurus may have tangled with the giant crocodile Cyclocegus. Spinosaurus shared its northern African habitat with Cyclocegus, also known as Sepulchra, a 40-foot-long 8-ton prehistoric crocodile. Since Spinosaurus fed mostly on fish, and Cyclocegus spent most of its time half submerged in the water, These two mega predators must have occasionally crossed paths by accident, and may even have actively targeted one another when they were especially hungry. As to which beast would emerge the winner, well, that would have been decided on an encounter-by-encounter basis. The tail, designed for water propulsion. The tail is unique in Spinosaurus, is unusually long, has very tall processes, and is usually flexible. Other theropods have very rigid tails that are used as a counterbalance. Spinosaurus' tail is paddle-shaped, designed to bend laterally. This is the same design that is seen in bony fish and crocodiles. This means Spinosaurus' tails were probably used for propulsion when swimming and diving. Though no Spinosaurus eggs have ever been found, the eggs are supposed to have been bird-like and about the size of a mango. Spinosaurus, like other large theropods, was too heavy to lay on its eggs. Scientists suggest that they probably covered the nest with plant material. The extinction of Spinosaurus would have been a different set of events than what killed the rest of the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. As its environment dried up during a change in climate, dwindling habitat would have reduced prey and increased competitive pressures among other large predators. Spinosaurus may have been too specialized for an aquatic habitat. A loss of this kind of habitat would have devastated its population, even with a diet that didn't consist solely of fish. So, the interesting facts that I found about Spino is over. If you like the Animals videos, don't forget to subscribe to continue watching my clips. Goodbye and see you again.